When you say you're overthinking, it sounds like you have no control over your mind and no control over what you're thinking or how you're feeling, right? Overthinking sounds out of control, which is not, because it's your own mind. You work with your mind.
I can't stay away from you. No, no, I can't stay away from you. No, though I know you're no good, and I'd leave if I would, yet I can't stay away from you.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Nvrchained, where we are confined by nothing and limitless beyond measure. Today I want to talk about overthinking. I've spoken to some individuals and they have this negative connotation to overthinking. And whenever you're speaking to someone and they're having problems or issues with something or a person and they're stressing themselves out, they like to say, oh, I'm overthinking, right? And I like to say overthinking is deep thinking. And say if you're just thinking, right? Say if you don't overthink, you might as well just call yourself dumb. How can you live without overthinking? It's not possible. It doesn't make sense. Overthinking is thinking too much or too long on something. Right? Now let me introduce you to these 4 words. Right? I'm gonna write these down so y'all can see. We have focused thinking. Focused thinking. Then we have positive thinking. Broad thinking. And negative. See these right here. Can it focus? Damn, I'm moving all crazy. All right. We got focused, positive, broad, and negative. These are different types of overthinking that you can have, right? Now let's talk about broad and negative, as those can be the main reason for stress. Main reason for stress is you're thinking about too many things, too many events, people, tasks you have to do. That's broad. It's too much going on in your head. You need to focus, right? So that broad thinking along with negative thinking will be stress. That is an attack on yourself, because you're thinking about so many things that's negative and it's caving in on you, right? That's why when people say, oh, I'm just overthinking, that's what they're going through. Broad negative thinking. Now let's talk about focused, right? We'll talk about focused and negative. Say if you have a job that you're looking for. Now you're focused on getting this job. You're thinking about, what job can I get? This is focused thinking. Focused on one thing. Now say if it's focused negative. Oh, I will never get this job. I don't have the qualifications or work history to get this job. This is focused negative. You see, there's a difference, right? And we'll talk about positive. Say if that's focused positive. Now you have it's a different level of self within you with just these words. With just these words and how you think about them. Right? So picture focused positive thinking on the same situation, your job. Focus positive. I'm going to get this job. I'm going to apply to as many as I can in this field. I will go inside the workplace and talk to the manager. I'm going to get this job. The focus negative is always in that negative light, meaning, oh, I won't get this job. I'm not good enough. You're just bashing yourself. Whereas the positive is uplifting yourself. It's still focused, but it's in different light. Now let's see positive broad. Now positive broad is I get that from meditation. When I'm feeling grateful and I'm feeling grace and I'm feeling love and I'm feeling from everywhere. I'm like, oh, thank you for this day. Thank you for what I have. In this positive manner, I'm like, it's like a blessing. Now, all right, I had cut off. So, overthinking is a necessity, right? We as humans, man and woman, we overthink as like a safety measure to prevent from suffering, prevent hurt in the future. Now, when you think of it as deep thinking, right? When you think of overthinking as deep thinking, what does that mean? Say if someone who is stressing, right, they had broad and negative thinking, and they didn't say, oh, I'm just overthinking, that's why I'm having this episode. Now what if they changed the language and said, I'm deep thinking? That sounds very different, right? I'm deep thinking on this. That means I can change what I'm deep thinking about. When you say you're overthinking, it sounds like you have no control over your mind and no control over what you're thinking or how you're feeling, right? Overthinking sounds out of control, which is not, because it's your own mind. You work with your mind. That's why I say I like to use deep thinking. A lot of people get it misconstrued because it has a negative connotation to it. But we have to use the English language and change the words we use in our life. Change the way we use them in our mind. And I have a video on anxiety. And some people can't fathom, like, anxiety, it really is in the head. We assign anxiety the word to a feeling in a certain circumstance. What does that mean? Anxiety as in nervousness when you're on stage about to perform. They say, oh, he has anxiety because he's doing this. But anxiety is really in the mind. If you can change what you're thinking, you can associate that to what you're feeling. That's why I say anxiety can be used as excitement. Y'all check that out. If y'all check that video out if y'all haven't. Man, y'all stay blessed, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. This is Nvrchained, where we are confined by nothing and limitless beyond measure. God bless.